Change Guru. This is a place where we have a weekly conversation about all things midlife. And you don't have to look very far to know that it is holiday time.
Give me a beat. Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear?
And with holidays come traditions.
Tradition, tradition, tradition.
One tradition that happens is credit card hangover. You've heard of it before.
Last year, the average American spent roughly $750 in gifts, decorations, food, and more. And if this is put on a credit card at 10% interest with minimum monthly payments, this would take over 4 years to pay off.
So what this says to me is that we have to really take charge, just like we have to take charge of our health, take charge of all of our growth at midlife. This is a time where we can really take charge of how we deal with money so that we don't have this drag in our mailbox come February. And right now, what I want to do is give you 3 ideas that can help you create a new tradition, a new way of thinking about how you spend your money for the holiday season, and really any time that a tradition comes up where you have to stick your hand in your pocket. The first thing to do with your money is to just get conscious of it.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear?
A lot of times when we spend, and especially when we are using credit cards, we have no idea how much money is in our account. And often we don't even want to look. You know, it just brings up so much fear. So just like when you have to have a reality check about your body, a reality check about your relationships, a reality check about your life purpose, this is a time to just get really clear on where you are. When you get conscious and you take action on it, it's actually an act of self-love.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear?
So it's awesome to think of a new tradition of bringing self-love into the equation when you're spending money. And I don't know about you, but if someone was spending money on me for a gift money that they didn't have, I would feel terrible receiving that if I knew it. So I think that in one way you should ask yourself, is this a gift of self-love? Am I doing something that is really supportive of me when I spend my money? Or am I doing something that is harmful to me? And because if it's harmful to me, it's almost like psychically harmful to the person that you're giving. So this is an awesome way of changing a tradition that could be harmful into something that is actually about not only love for yourself, but how you really love the person that you're spending the money for. What would happen if you take acts of self-love and self-respect over the way you deal with your money, over the way that you deal with people, over the boundaries that you set? What would happen if you really emphasized making sure that your needs are completely taken care of? Who would you be 3 or 4 months from now? What would it be like to not have a credit card statement waiting for you in your mail?
Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear?
That'd be pretty radical, wouldn't it? Because also it's not only about the money, it's about this immense self-growth that you've had. It's about saying, hey, this tradition of having a credit card hangover after the holidays doesn't work for me. It never did, it's never going to, and I'm just gonna, I'm gonna take action now to stop it. And it's not only about you. When you make a decision to stand up for yourself, you attract better people in your life. You attract better situations. It's when you're willing to kind of get unstuck out of a dysfunctional thing that new stuff comes into your life. So this is a very, very powerful time to start thinking about how you spend your money and to really investigate. Am I conscious about it? How am I taking action with it? And what kind of future do I want? And not a far distant future, just a few months from now. who do you want to be a few months from now? Do you want that feeling of someone who kind of didn't exercise extreme self-care? Or how empowering would it feel to know that, wow, I really, really took care of myself and I was able to give love to others too without harming myself? It's pretty heavy. So those are all really awesome tips that you can use not only for money, but for boundary issues, for any stuff that comes up during not only the holiday season, but anytime we have traditions going on. Now, I would like to know from you, how do you deal with protecting yourself financially during the holidays? And I think this is a really important one to post on, because this is a subject that I think that we really need to talk about. We really need to bring a consciousness to it. If we're spending so many billions of dollars and putting that on our credit card, that's a sign to me that we're a bit numb about reality. Something's not right there. So let's get a conversation going about this. How do you protect yourself? What are some great inexpensive gifts that you give? I'd love to know, so just post your comments below. You can also come over to my blog at thechangeguru.net, where I'll have more to say about money and tradition and the holidays. Now, if you like my videos, I'd love you to subscribe, share them with your friends. Let's get a conversation going about all things midlife. All right, that's it from me. Have a super week, lots of love, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Do you hear what I